Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. Stephen Sondheim and George Firth's groundbreaking, Tony Award-winning musical Company is returning to Broadway in a new reimagined production by director Marianne Elliott. It will open at the Jacobs Theatre on March 22nd, which is Stephen Sondheim's birthday. And we drop by the Crosby Hotel to bring you a sneak peek and chat with the stellar cast led by Tony Award winners Katrina Lenk and Patti LuPone.
I was so intrigued immediately, super interested and intrigued. I'd been familiar with the original Company, of course, but had kind of always been like, well, I'm sorry, handsome man, that you are single. Like, so hearing that they were switching that, I was immediately intrigued because I understand what that is. And also the fact that it's not just Bobby that's switched, but there's some of the married couples are switched. There's a gay couple that's about to get married, so it feels like these are people I know. It really is familiar to I think all of us now. Like, we know these people.
So it's a universal theme: love and marriage, and loneliness, and it's Stephen Sondheim's probably most accessible musical, and the songs are. They're standards now, really.
I play Jamie, formerly known as Amy, and Jamie is about to get married and absolutely terrified at the prospect of it.
And I play Paul, who is Jamie's loving fiance, maybe a little too loving.
Yes, a little bit, a little smothering.
I'm Sarah.
And I am Harry Craig.
Yes, and our last names we chose
Craig.
Because we took jiu-jitsu class, and the sweet, very talented instructor sweetly kept calling him Craig.
And so for an hour, we kicked each other's asses.
Yeah. And the sweetest Freddie, he was incredible. But for a few minutes, he was calling him Craig. I said, that's our last name.
I play Jenny, and I'm sort of a career woman, and he plays David. And
I play David, and I'm maybe a stay-at-home dad, maybe a guy who works from home.
Yeah, he has the familial responsibilities.
But I was originally Jenny in the original production, and the genders have been swapped, so now she is the original David.
Yeah.
But
so
it's
the
all
lines
kind of.
that I read are.
And I
David.
read Jenny's lines, but it all kind of works in a really
totally works.
interesting way.
It's been really fun to explore it and to find who Susan is, who I am in Susan, and to explore the dynamic of Susan and Peter with this goofball.
Yeah, and we get to kind of be like the fun young couple too, which is fun.
My character was Kathy, and I'm now Theo.
And I was April, and now I'm Andy.
And I was Marta, and now I'm PJ. What's been great about Marianne, specifically, and our entire creative team, is that any preconceived notions we had about this production from London or what the show's take in general was in comparison to the legacy of the show since 1970 is it's fully reimagined and dependent on the group of people that are all assembled in a room together. So I think we can all speak that our characters, we bring a lot of ourselves to our characters. And we have such an ownership over the discovery process of who these people are, thanks to the generosity of spirit of Marianne, which is an incredible testament because even when she's had something that is so monumentally worked previous to go, no, we're still going to dig deeper and figure out who these people are in service of us and in service of Katrina Lenk at the end of the day.
My business partner, Chris Harper, said to me, why don't we make Bobby a woman? Because we'd set up a theatre company together, and it was mainly to celebrate women or the stories of women or creative team being women. And so I really thought about it, and I thought, I didn't want it to be a gimmick. I didn't want to just do it because I could. I wanted to say something about what it was like to be a woman. And I also wanted it to throw more light on the piece, as well as being very respectful and honourable towards the piece. So then I thought, well, if I'm setting it in 2020, which, I felt like, well, it's so relevant, why not? I thought, actually, it's not right that all the men are out to work and all the women are staying at home looking after the kids. So I just switched some of those genders around.
It seems so effortless and so easy, like, duh, it should have been done that way.
But that's the thing, isn't it? That is the thing, I think, about any true piece of art. And if you can say theatre is a piece of art, maybe you can't, but anything that's truly creative, there's huge amounts of effort, absolutely massive amount of effort in order to make it look effortless.